Picture this. It's a cold December morning. You wake up and hop onto Fortnite to try the third brand new mode that's been released with the launch of Chapter 5. It's a bit worrying you, since the first one was good, but boring. And the second one was, but then you see it. Fortnite Festival.
Every fish in the sea is the one for me.
Fortnite Festival was made by Harmonix Music Systems, who previously made the Guitar Hero and the famous Rock Band series. So, the way the Holy Spirit known as Fortnite Festival was created was that Harmonix was bought by Epic Games back in November 2021 in order to develop musical journeys and gameplay for Fortnite. Leading up to the months before the release, many leaks were coming out for this game, leading to many speculation on what was happening behind the scenes. At least that's what I think, because I cared more about the LEGO stuff like everyone else. However, when the Big Bang Live event rolled around, everybody saw the capabilities of Fortnite Festival when we got to play as Eminem live. At the time of writing this, Eminem still doesn't have a song in Fortnite Festival, despite being the person to promote the thing in the first place. What are they doing? After a week of waiting, the game finally released, and it was amazing. Fortnite Festival's gameplay is incredibly straightforward. There are 4 buttons, 5 if you're an expert, but we all know you're not capable of that, bucko, and you hit them at the right time a note comes through. The formula is simple and not hard to mess up, given you've got the team behind Guitar Hero and Rock Band on it. The game levels up, however, with score and overdrive. Every time you hit a note, you gain a bit of score. If you hit multiple notes without failing, your score multiplier will increase. The cap depends on your instrument, with a capping for 4 on drums and lead, and a capping for 6 on vocal and bass. But I'm saving the instruments for later, so hold your horses. The game gets more interesting with overdrive as well. During a song, some golden notes will appear. Hit all those notes and you earn overdrive, which will allow you to put an additional ×2 boost on your score multiplier for a very limited time that goes over your already existing multiplier. So if you're at ×4 boost, you'll get a ×8 and so forth. The cool thing about this is that you can actually stack your overdrives as more zones appear, which are especially effective during full band matches. I also forgot to talk about the hold keys, which are used during segments where a note is played for a duration longer than usual. Now you've got this boring stuff done, let's talk about the lead is for the cool kids. You know who you are. Lead is usually the parts of the songs where the guitar would go over, but if the song lacks guitar segments, the lead will probably change to a keytar. Some songs are extremely fun with lead, while others can be extreme. I'm blaming this on you, Kirk. Bass is for the people who like playing lead but don't like the extreme parts of the songs. Bass is a lot easier, so it's definitely a good starting instrument for those who want to get good at the game. Vocals is basically the singing part of the Wait. I don't need to explain what a vocalist is to you. You're not a baby. Drums. The drums are absolutely the hardest instrument, depending on which song you play, at least on controller. The drums and lead are definitely the instruments which use the triangle buttons the most, and yes, now I've mentioned the triangle button, so put the pitchforks down. You're probably wondering why it's taken me so long to mention the triangles, but the thing is, it's been 11 months, and I still don't know what they do or how they're different from the regular notes. Now that we're finished with the core gameplay mechanics, we can finally talk about Okay, before we talk about the actual songs, we gotta talk about... So, Epic Games, creators of Fortnite Battle Royale, have a music team for their game, which has made songs before. We already know the bangers. In Between, High Stakes, Redline Cruise, you know the ones. So when it came to Fortnite Festival, Epic Games, creators of Fortnite Battle Royale, decided to pick none of the good ones and gave us P-Boys, Fire and Steel, and that. Okay, what were they cooking with Swim Free? I mean, I'm sorry, but if this came on in a concert in real life, I would just leave. Like, oh my god. At least we got Take Me Higher, but that's kind of the only good one. Oh wait. The Nico 30 songs here? I'll take it all back. I love epic originals. Most of the real songs are good, given that they're made by critically acclaimed artists. However, I'm only going to talk about the headlining artists, since if I talked about every song, it would just be way too long, and Epic Games are the ones who gave them the most tracks to, so I'll start with... The Weeknd's tracks work really well as a starting artist. The songs were on the border of, this is impossible, I can't do this, so that every time you messed up, you were thinking that you could get it in the next one. I do have a favourite, in case you were wondering, as it was the one I spent the most time practicing, and it is Blinding Lights. Around January, I wanted to get good at the game, so I practiced the song, as its lead was really interesting, as it followed some patterns during sections that felt challenging when trying out. It looks a lot cooler when you're playing than watching though. The song is really fun, apart from that one part I always messed up on. But I get it now, so like, don't worry. I wouldn't be making this video if I was still bad at the game. I will tell you my thoughts on the other songs, but they never come back into rotation, and I'm not coughing up 2,500 V-Bucks for all the tracks, so they're probably good as well. If we're doing a tier list, I'll rank The Weeknd on a solid A. I'm not gonna lie, after The Weeknd, I was excited to see how much harder Gaga's songs were, until I realised that they were easier. Are you kidding me? The songs weren't that difficult, and they followed really boring loops, so you don't even compare to My Boy. I don't really care much about Lady Gaga, so I'll probably just rank her in C. These songs were difficult for sure, but not at the point that I could be bothered to keep going and master them like with the previous two. Maybe because I also quit Fortnite halfway through a season, so I never really played any of the Hit Me Hard and Soft songs. So I'll probably just put her in a B for Billy. Oh no, we're talking about them. Where do I begin? With Metallica. These songs were definitely a game changer, especially since the previous artists had all been pop. So an actual rock band would have obviously upped the difficulty, but I didn't need it like that. The thing is, they got like 15 songs, which is double than the average of the artists before them. And they're all like 7 minutes and really crazy. They also had a concert, but from what I saw, it looked kinda stinky. In addition to the difficult songs, Fortnite Festival added a new game mode for their season, called... Battle Stage came with Metallica since they're all edgy and stuff, and this game mode was intense. 16 players would play 4 songs with a cut-off at the end of each song, until there would be 4 players at the final song to determine the winner. Overdrives were modified to attacks, which would attack the player with a higher score than you. The attack would distort their screen and half their multiplier, while also giving you a ×2 boost like before. I don't really know what else to talk about with this game mode, apart from the fact that most of the songs were Metallica for their season. For their innovation, Metallica does get an A tier. Okay, so Karol G was definitely the most controversial artist so far, but it didn't bother me as long as the songs were good, and they were decent. I think out of the 6 so far, she's probably been the weakest, but her vocals were a lot of fun at times. She was at a concert like Metallica, but it's not like Metallica because it was actually good. The skins are awful though, even I can't defend them, so I'll probably give her a B. Snoop Dogg was really good when it comes to the vocals. It's smooth and it's just all round fun. The other instruments aren't as detailed, but if you're playing a Snoop Dogg song, you're probably there for the vocals anyways. So you probably... Actually, I don't even care about the tier list anymore. I don't think there's anything else to talk about when it comes to this mode. They've had occasional small events like a collaboration with Coachella when they got songs for the headlining artists, and they celebrated the remix artists in November by giving them jam tracks and instruments, apart from Eminem. However, the future looks bright for the game, with New Jeans potentially headlining Season 7 in January. I don't know who New Jeans are, but they're probably better than Karol G. If we're on the topic of future festival artists, I'll share my wishlist for jam tracks. Think of It by KSI.
And that's all I want.